Hello, my name is Marcelo Bottaro, and I am a cartoonist, voice actor, and puppeteer. Independent. And what I thought I would do is give you guys my perception on the art form of voiceover acting and puppetry. So it's going to be a combination of the two. One of the things that people think when they think of puppets is that, oh, they just do this half the time, and it's not like that at all. Just basic watching of different shows, the four fingers have to be perfectly still so that way the thumb could move perfectly, so that way the eyes actually have focus. And reason for that was in the days when Jim Henson first developed this thing, because it was for television, uh, it made it so all of us could lip sync, not straight, but in a good sense to draw syllables to make it look like that. If you don't, I will give you guys my perception of each of them, starting with the Woozle. Now, James the Woozle here is one of the very first characters that I've had. He's been around for almost 6 years now, I think. And at first, when I designed and created the character, I didn't really know what kind of voice to give him. It was usually either very high or just a little bit higher, but more mature. So it's not like a child and or an adult. But as years of development went by, I sort of came across or pretty much discovered my own Woody Allen impression. So for this character, I kind of now turn him sort of more of a little bit of a terrified kind of guy, but also you know very much of a pacifist. It's pretty much just a peaceful agenda, you know. And as you could clearly see, if I add some of the some of the uhs in there, it sort of makes him look a little bit more more of a nervous wreck, if you will. One of the things that I adore the most about this character is that I sort of give, when I first built him, I really wanted to have like a Kermit the Frog sort of facial expression. So he pretty much has the same facial expressions that Kermit the Frog has, which was performed both by Jim Henson and now currently by Mr. Steve Whitmire. So it's pretty much just my hand wrapped around a cloth, so I could pretty much just give him all those facial expressions right there. Give him like a little smile, shocked look, and my personal favorite, the one where he gets very annoyed. Like, these kids today. Now, this character that I created, he is actually one of the ones that I built this year in January, in the dead of winter. This is Jacinto the Dust Monster. Yeah. And my mother actually helped me come up with the name for him. And what I like best about him is that he's actually the first. He's actually like a very cartoonish like puppet that I built. Reason for that is for the arms. It's just there's nothing inside them except like just nothing. So it actually makes it very cartoonish to move his arms around. And one of the best things I like about him is that I pretty much have this kind of voice that kind of mixes well with the character. So it's sort of I would guess to say it's more of more or less more Jersey, but a little bit down to a little bit of a bit of a Minnesotan accent. So it's sort of a mixture of the both. That's actually one of the best things that try to look for when I come up with these character voices is that I try to, uh, like whenever I build a character or I draw a basic design for them, I kind of look at the picture, or if I actually have the puppet with me, I just look at dead in the face and think, okay, what would he sound like? What exactly is this guy's trait? You know. So that's pretty much one of the things that I look for a lot whenever I build my own characters, or if I see one, that's pretty much the perception of what I give it. Going back to what I mentioned earlier about creating these character voices, and also um, describing about how I go about creating these guys. Uh, a lot of it today in society, it really does uh, have an appeal uh, to those that definitely are children at heart, which I really hold very strongly, because with puppets, animation, and also for those that have a particular goofy voice that everyone knows and loves, it brings out the inner child. So that's pretty much one of the best things that I adore about not only this art form, but the kind of art form that can appeal to younger audiences, but also older audiences that are still children at heart. So that's one of the best things that I adore about about doing this. I mean, come on, who wouldn't want to adore such iconic nostalgia that definitely carries on throughout half the time? I have no idea what I just said in that last sentence.